Hello. Pleasure to be here. I'm Elliot, co-founder of Maxwell Plus, and we're a breakthrough in the way that prostate cancer is diagnosed, and we do that using AI. So the reason we exist is for people like Peter here. Peter was one of the very first customers at Maxwell Plus, and he has the honor of being the first man that we diagnosed with prostate cancer. Peter was sitting in an audience much like this one. He was a police officer at the time, and we were doing awareness sessions at his workplace. He had all of the early signs of prostate cancer. He had cancer in his family. He'd been tested for years, and there was suspicion in his data, but it got missed. It got missed because finding cancer is hard. But Peter joined us. He joined us because he knew it was in his family and he didn't want it to happen to him. He joined Maxwell Plus, and our AI was able to pick out the signs in his data, his blood test and his medical imaging data that said, Peter, there's something going on here. And we were able to diagnose Peter with an aggressive form of prostate cancer while it was still contained within his prostate. And at that early stage, the survival rates for prostate cancer are 99%. Unfortunately, for thousands of Australians every single year, they don't get caught at that stage. They get caught at later stages where survival drops to 23%. So we're all about using technology to help men get diagnosed early for prostate cancer. And now Peter is one of 37 men who have received an early diagnosis with Maxwell Plus. Thank you. These are men from all walks of life, some young, some older, that have joined, they've had their data analysed, and they've been lucky enough to get an early diagnosis. And to me, this is 37 people that are going to spend the next 2 months over Christmas with their families, and that's a big deal. So we've shown that we've developed AI and a service that can deliver it, that can find prostate cancer when it can be cured, and we do it with fewer unnecessary procedures like biopsies. And this is a big market. Prostate cancer is going to affect 1 in 6 Australian men. I mean, no one in the audience here is a man over 40, so, this is probably irrelevant to a lot of you. But there's a lot of men at risk of this. We spend a lot of money on it too. $63 billion a year in the diagnosis and treatment of prostate cancer. And it's forecasted to grow. We're all living longer, which is a fantastic thing, but that means these diseases that tend to affect us later in life are becoming more and more common. So a brief history of the company. We started Maxwell Plus way back in 2016. We started it with a mission to help men get diagnosed early. In 2019, right then around Christmas time, we got our regulatory approval. We were one of the first AI devices to be approved in Australia and the UK. We started testing men. We wanted to show that what we knew worked from a technology standpoint would work in the clinic. We saved Peter Jenkins' life, and we've tested 1,629, we've had a busy month, men since then, and found those additional 37 cases of prostate cancer. And we're with the patient from day one, through their journey, through testing, through treatment, and following up that treatment, because we know that builds a long-term relationship with the patient, and it gives us the data that we need to continue to train our AI to make better decisions about diagnosis and guiding patients through that journey. The AI that we have is trained on 12 million data points from 250,000 men. We have 6 different AI models that are approved for clinical use and actively working to sift through men's data every single day. We've shown in the literature we do this better, and we've shown in the clinic that we do this better. The way it works is that men join. They pay themselves, their employer pays, and soon insurers will pay as well for access to Maxwell Plus. They're connected to one of our doctors who's using AI to review all of their past and present data. They go through a personalized testing program based on the findings, and we take them through annual review, or in some cases, all the way through to a diagnosis. And we found that in a traditionally very reluctant group of individuals, that they engage with healthcare, they get their tests done, and they love the platform that we've developed. We want to reach men. We want to reach men at scale and change the conversation around prostate cancer, because we know that when we do, we can save lives. We're partnering with clinicians, we're partnering with influencers, workplaces, and member organizations, and we're telling stories. And we're doing this to reach the billions of at-risk men all over the world and make death from prostate cancer a thing of the past. My name's Elliot. I have a background in designing medical imaging equipment and radiation therapy equipment. My co-founder, Tom, is over in the UK. We're setting up operations to expand internationally. And our team, our fast-growing team, is also led by some excellent urologists who are masters in the world of prostate cancer. So we're raising 10 million Australian dollars to take this to the next level, to reach 1 million men and save the lives of those men that we test, to bring this to the world, because prostate cancer is not an Australian problem, it's a global one. And to start to use the data that we're gathering on all of these men that come through our platform to help pair men with the right treatments to maximize their chance of survival, minimize their risks, and ultimately make prostate cancer death a thing of the past. Thank you.